The architectural history of Casablanca, Morocco. When people think of Morocco, they often imagine ancient Medinas, colorful markets, and old desert cities. But Casablanca is different. Casablanca is not just old or just modern. It is a city where tradition and modern life meet face to face. Tall buildings stand next to historic mosques. French colonial streets mix with Islamic patterns. And modern glass towers rise beside neighborhoods that are over 100 years old. Casablanca's architecture tells the story of change, ambition, power, faith, and identity, all shaped by history. Let's travel through time and discover how this fascinating city was built. 1. Before Casablanca, the early settlement. Long before the city was called Casablanca, this area was known as Anfa. Anfa was a small Berber fishing village on the Atlantic coast. People lived simple lives, building homes from mud bricks, stone, wood from nearby forests. The houses were low and compact, built close together to protect families from strong ocean winds. There were no tall buildings, no grand streets, just narrow paths, small homes, and open spaces. Architecture at this time was not about beauty, it was about survival. 2. Portuguese rule and destruction, 15th to 16th century. In the 1400s, Portuguese explorers arrived on Morocco's Atlantic coast. They saw Anfa as a threat because pirates used it as a base. So in 1468, the Portuguese destroyed the town completely. Later, they returned and built a fortress called Casablanca, meaning White House. This introduced a new architectural style. Thick stone walls, defensive towers, military design, simple geometric forms. The buildings were not decorative. They were built for war and control. But the Portuguese could not hold the city for long. After many attacks, they abandoned it in the 1700s. For years afterward, the area was mostly empty. 3. Moroccan rebuilding under Sultan Muhammad III. In the late 1700s, Sultan Muhammad III decided to rebuild the city. He renamed it Dar al-Baida, which also means White House, the Arabic version of Casablanca. This rebuilding followed traditional Moroccan architecture. Key features included whitewashed walls, inner courtyards, small windows facing the street, decorative doors, Islamic geometric patterns. Homes were designed for privacy, especially for families. From the outside, houses looked simple. Inside, they were beautiful. The heart of the city became what we now call the Old Medina. The Old Medina was dense, walkable, full of narrow streets, built for pedestrians, not cars. This design helped protect people from heat and wind. It was a city built for community life. 4. The French arrive, a city transformed, early 1900s. Everything changed in 1912, when Morocco became a French protectorate. The French did not want Casablanca to be just another old Moroccan city. They wanted to turn it into the economic capital of North Africa. And architecture was their main tool. French urban planner Henri Prost was brought in to redesign the city. Instead of destroying the old city, he created something new. Backhand index pointing right, a European city built right next to a Moroccan one. This was revolutionary at the time. 5. The birth of modern urban planning. The French introduced ideas that had never existed in Morocco before. Wide boulevards, organized street grids, zoning, business areas, housing areas, administration areas, public squares, parks. Casablanca suddenly felt modern. Buildings were taller. Streets were wider. The city began growing fast. But the French did something unusual. They didn't use only European architecture. They created a new style. 6. Neo-Moorish style. Tradition meets Europe. The French architects wanted buildings that looked modern, but still Moroccan. So they invented Neo-Moorish architecture. This style mixed Islamic arches, zellige tile patterns, green roofs, carved plaster, European structure and planning. Government buildings, post offices, courts, and train stations used this style. It sent a clear message. This city is modern, but rooted in Moroccan identity. One of the best examples is Casa Voyageurs Station. This era gave Casablanca a unique visual identity found nowhere else in the world. 7. Art Deco Casablanca, 1920s, 1940s. Now comes one of the most important chapters in the city's architectural history. Between the 1920s and 1940s, Casablanca became the largest Art Deco city in Africa. At that time, Art Deco was the most modern style in the world. It focused on clean lines, strong geometry, curves, symmetry. Decorative details. Casablanca embraced it fully. But again, something special happened. Architects blended Art Deco with Moroccan patterns, Islamic motifs, Arabic calligraphy, traditional craftsmanship. This created Moroccan Art Deco, bold, elegant, and unique. Apartment buildings, cinemas, cafes, hotels, and offices all followed this style. Even today, walking through downtown Casablanca feels like stepping into a living museum. 8. Casablanca becomes a vertical city. As trade increased, Casablanca attracted people from all over Morocco. The population exploded. To handle this growth, buildings became taller. The city began experimenting with apartment blocks, mixed-use buildings, offices above shops, balconies facing the street. These buildings allowed many families to live in the same structure, something new for Moroccan culture at the time. Architecture was no longer only about family homes. It became about urban life. 9. Modernist experiments after World War II. After World War II, architects began asking a new question. How can we build fast, cheap, and for everyone? This led to modernist architecture. Modernism focused on function over decoration, concrete construction, simple shapes, mass housing. Casablanca became a laboratory for modern architecture. Famous architects tested bold ideas here. Large housing projects were built for workers and migrants arriving from rural areas. Some designs worked well. Others created social problems. But they changed how the city looked forever. Concrete became king. 10. Independence and national identity, 1956. In 1956, Morocco gained independence from France. Architecture now had a new mission. Backhand index pointing right expressed Moroccan pride and identity. The government focused on national institutions, public buildings, cultural centers. Designs combined modern materials with traditional elements. You could see Islamic arches on concrete buildings, Moroccan colors on modern forms, national symbols integrated into design. Casablanca continued growing, not as a colonial city, but as a Moroccan one. 11. The Hassan II Mosque, a monument of faith. In the late 1980s, Morocco began building one of the most important buildings in the country, the Hassan II Mosque. Completed in 1993, it stands on the Atlantic Ocean itself. It is one of the largest mosques in the world. Its minaret is over 200 meters tall, making it one of the tallest religious towers on Earth. The mosque combines traditional Moroccan craftsmanship, marble, cedar wood, zellige tiles, hand-carved plaster. Thousands of artisans worked on it. This mosque represents something powerful, modern engineering serving ancient tradition. It became Casablanca's most iconic landmark. 12. Late 20th century, expansion and challenges. As the city kept growing, new neighborhoods expanded outward. But rapid growth created challenges. Informal housing, urban sprawl, traffic congestion, infrastructure pressure. Architecture during this time was often practical rather than beautiful. Concrete apartment blocks filled the outskirts. Some areas lost character. But at the same time, new business districts began forming. Casablanca was preparing for the 21st century. 13. Contemporary architecture and skyscrapers. In the 2000s and beyond, Casablanca entered a new era. Glass towers, business centers, and luxury developments appeared. The most famous is Casablanca Finance City. This district represents global business, modern Morocco, international architecture. Tall buildings now shape the skyline. But designers are trying to keep balance. Many modern projects still include Moroccan patterns, shaded facades, courtyards, climate-smart design. The goal is modern but not soulless. 14. Preserving the past. Today, Casablanca faces an important question. How do you modernize without losing history? Many Art Deco buildings are aging. Some are restored. Others are at risk. Architects, historians, and citizens are now working to protect downtown Art Deco districts, colonial-era landmarks, traditional Medina structures, because Casablanca's identity lives in these buildings. Once they disappear, the story disappears too. 15. Casablanca's architecture today. Casablanca is not a museum city. It is alive, noisy, busy, imperfect, powerful. Its architecture tells the story of Berber roots, Portuguese conquest, Islamic tradition, French ambition, Moroccan independence, global modernity. Few cities in the world contain so many layers at once. That is what makes Casablanca special. Final thoughts. Casablanca's architecture is not just about buildings. It's about people. Every wall reflects history. Every street tells a story. Every style shows a moment in time. From humble fishing huts to towering minarets, from colonial boulevards to glass skyscrapers, Casablanca has never stopped transforming. It is a city always becoming something new, while still carrying its past. And that is the true architectural soul of Casablanca, Morocco.